Welcome to Sacred Work. I'm Sharonda Robinson, an award-winning CEO, entrepreneur, and author, here to guide you in building joyous, profitable enterprises without sacrificing your well-being or authenticity. Sacred Work is more than a podcast. It's a movement to inspire authentic leadership and intentional living. Join me and other inspiring leaders as we explore stories, strategies, and insights that transform the way you live and lead. Together, let's step into the sacred. I'm Sharonda Robinson, your host and guide for this transformative journey. This is our very first episode, and so I'm so thrilled to have you here. Today, I'll share what this podcast is about and why it exists, who it's for, and the unique ways that it can support you in your practice of sacred work. We'll also answer a powerful question from an audience member, and I hope to offer practical insights to help deepen your practice and to help you thrive. And to close, we'll end with a brief moment where we ground the experience of sacred work so that we can embody the principles. So let's dive into this experience together. So I'm so pleased that you're here, and I want to share with you just what this is about, what the practice of sacred work is. So let's just dive right in. So what I'm here to do is to create a movement that supports 1,000 leaders in honoring their divinity, honoring their genius, honoring their purpose while at work. So sacred work invites you to really get in touch with that inner guidance, that inner genius, that inner brilliance, that inner power, what you were born with, and use that in every aspect of your life, especially at work, in the workplace, in the marketplace. And so that's what sacred work leaders do. It's about creating impact through purpose-driven actions, not just the bottom line, not just what's coming around the corner, not just problem solving, but purpose driven. And then it's about you showing up authentically, creatively, and being able to collaborate with others within your work environment. So this is not about just achieving success in some of those old ways that we've been taught. They got us to where we are right now. And so that's good. This is about fulfilling your soul's mission. So when we look at this practice of sacred work, it's exciting because we get to bring our divinity into the workspace. We get to bring our genius into the workspace. And so who is this for? There's an intense need for sacred alignment in our workplaces, in our businesses. And this is for anyone who is leading an organization, who owns or runs a company. We're experiencing all kinds of issues related to mental health, related to collaboration and prosperity, because we are not connected with who we are. And so we feel overwhelmed, we feel disconnected, but we still feel this really intense need to just do more. Like we can't figure it out. We're doing because we have forgot about the beingness. We forgot about being who we have come to be. And so in this podcast, I'll be interviewing inspiring leaders. I will be sharing practical tips and tools that will support you as a leader within your organization, within your business, within your community, within your every aspect of life that you touch, that you get to utilize those practices. So what does this look like in the real world, right? This is not just some airy-fairy idea that, everything has to be good and light and love, even though that's the truth of who we are. This is about how we make it known in the world. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about focusing on leaders in business, because there's such a tremendous impact that you make as a business leader. As someone within your organization who is working with teams, you impact the product delivery, the service delivery, you impact the families of the people that work with you. And so that is my passion. And one of the things that I always invite leaders to do is to be curious and to ask questions that are empowering, that allow them to really dive deep within so that they can bring that out and bring that forward. So I'm going to share with you a question that all leaders who practice sacred work ask themselves before beginning this journey of sacred alignment at work, because it really does cause us to go within and bring out what is inside of us that is seeking to be expressed. You know, we are meaning making, emotional, feeling, perception giving machines. And we really do have a lot more power and control over ourselves, not what's going on outside of us, but over ourselves. And so the way that we ask questions, the kind of questions we ask can really help take that power, take that genius, and use it for good. So here's a question that I invite you to ask yourself. How would it feel to live and work from a place of sacred alignment? Just asking the question feels good, right? How would it feel to live and work from a place of sacred alignment? Yeah. I would love to hear your responses to the questions. Go ahead and put any comments in the chat box below. But how would that feel? And how would that feel not only for you, but for the people that you lead? That if you're in sacred alignment and they're in sacred alignment, what kind of experience would we be having? And those are the conversations that we will be sharing with you through this podcast in the coming days. So now I want to turn to a question from the audience. And this is going to be really a key cornerstone of this podcast. So Philip writes about a situation that they're dealing with on a new job. So hello, Philip. Thanks for writing in. So he writes, I recently joined a company and I'm a part of a small team that has been working together for a few years. They are great people. Well, that's good, Philip. And I'm trying to learn the organization and do my job, which is a sales role. Now, I've been called by the CEO twice, and the CEO told me that they've been given feedback that I'm not supporting the team on two pursuits that I've been assigned, that I'm not supporting the team on two pursuits that I've been assigned. I feel like I was hired to come in and do what I did in the other company to bring it to this organization. But now I'm getting feedback that that's not working. What do I do? Ooh, thank you, Philip, for that question. That's a good one. So, first of all, thanks for being curious about what it takes to enter into a new organization. And this is true for most teams and most organizations. Teams that, in particular, that have been working well together have unwritten rules and unwritten norms, right? And they don't tell you that when you enter an organization. They give you the rule book, they give you the handbook, the employee handbook, they give you the strategy, the vision, the strategic plan, the business goals, but they don't tell you how it works. And so it's up to each individual person when you join a team to learn how to navigate and get to the core of how this team, this organization really functions, right? What are those unwritten things? So you want to become curious, right, about what's going on that's different than where you just came from. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to take the feedback that you've been given by your CEO as a gift. I learned that from a dear friend of mine who led global organizations in HR and diversity. And she would say, feedback is a gift because we all have blinders on. We all don't know things. We don't fully understand the impact of how we show up and how that impacts other people. And so when we get feedback, we want to take that as a gift. And so by your CEO coming to you and saying, hey, let me give you some feedback that your team members aren't feeling supported by you, you want to really take that to heart, that CEO really cares about you and really wants you to do well, and that they're giving you that feedback so that you can make a correction. So the second thing I would do is thank your leader for sharing with you what you didn't know, right? So that you can make a correction. All right. So the third thing is the correction itself. So this is where a lot of people get tripped up, because if you don't see feedback as a gift, then sometimes we personalize it and we become antagonistic because nobody likes to be told that they're doing something wrong. Nobody likes to feel like they're failing when they're putting their best foot forward. And so this is where you really have to get grounded and get centered and have an authentic conversation with the people on the team that don't feel supported by you. And again, this goes back to curiosity. So you want to be interested in what support looks like to them. So you're out here, you're doing your best, you are, making it happen, you are contributing, but to the person that's receiving it, it doesn't look or feel like the support that they need. All right? I know you got this. So you want to ask the question, what does support look like to you? And you want to get specifics. And hopefully they'll be able to tell you, okay, so when you did this, I felt this way. Or when you did this, it had this impact. And that's not what we want. So that you can begin to adjust behavior. You don't want to adjust the attitude, the intention of you making a contribution to the team. You want to begin to adjust the behavior, because that's what works within that organization. That's what works within that team. Right? So you want to get really clear on the behaviors, what you said, what you did, how you showed up, and how that impacted the other person. And then the fourth part of this is you want to apologize. I know you were doing your best. It's not your fault. It worked well over there. It should work well over here. Clearly it's not, right? But you want to apologize, because when an offense has been made, it's really important on a team to repair those relationships. What they're saying, what the CEO is saying to you by bringing it to your attention is, I trust you as a professional, as someone who cares about the mission of this organization, who wants to have healthy, positive relationships with your team, that you can correct this. And so part of the correction is understanding what the issues are and what the impact of those issues are. And then the second part is apologizing for them. So here's a trick. Here's something that a lot of people don't know, is that an apology has to be given until it's accepted. Now, sometimes we apologize the first time and we're like, okay, I have apologized. I am done with it. I said my part. I did what I needed to do. No, when you're doing sacred work, when you are truly honoring the humanity of another person, then you are intentional about the connection that you're making. And you really want them to receive your sincerity, your authenticity, and your apology. So here's how you know that an apology has been received. How you know that an apology has been received is when the person that you're apologizing to has a physical response. And it looks something like this. You go, oh, I'm so sorry. I showed up to the meeting late and it was embarrassing to you because it was in front of the client. I'm so sorry for that. I was working on something else that was a priority, but I should have given you a heads up so that you could make an adjustment or let the client know. Me walking in without any explanation was not cool. I am so sorry for that. I want to apologize to you. And when the person that you're apologizing to goes, when they have a physical shift in their body, that's how you know that apology actually worked, that it went in, that they received it and they accepted it. Until you see that or hear that, maybe you are on the phone, until you hear that, then you have to keep apologizing. Okay? So good luck to you, Philip, in your new role. This is so exciting for you, and I'm so grateful that you are wanting to lead in a way that is genuine, authentic, and really brings out the best in yourself and the best in others around you. So that was our audience question, and you can submit your audience questions as well by following the link that is provided. All right. So, in this last part, I want us to get into a mindset where we begin to embody what it feels like to practice sacred work. And Philip gave us a great question that we were able to dive into about problems that happen when you are doing your best, when you are trying hard to serve, to please, to meet the mission. And then sometimes things go wrong, right? So what I want to do now is just let's play some soft music. And if you're driving listening to this, then hit pause and play it at a time when you can really be relaxed. If you're operating a vehicle, please do not go into a relaxed state. We want you to stay alert because we want you to stay safe. But if you have the opportunity right now, just go ahead and take a deep breath. And as you're breathing, just let your stomach expand, let your abdomen expand, and let it out. And another deep breath. And let it out. Feeling your body beginning to relax. The tension that we hold in our body, begin to feel the breath move that away. Let it dissipate. Another deep breath in, and this time when you exhale, make the ah sound. So breathe in and exhale. Sweeping away, clearing out any stuck energy, negativity, any tension, any concerns or any fears, because you are here now in this moment. And in this moment, you are connecting with all that is, all the good that is, all the power that is, all the genius, all the love, all the joy and intelligence that is you. So you just allow yourself to become open to this understanding, open to this presence, open to this energy. Another breath in. And let it go. Oftentimes in life, we have new beginnings, and we start with a little fear and a little trepidation, with concern for, am I doing this right? Can I get it right? Can I accomplish what I'm here to accomplish? And we don't know how to navigate the newness of something. And so we ask for help. When we don't know, we ask for help. And let's just breathe in the knowingness that the help that we need is always available to us. There is an inner source of wisdom, of joy, of peace, of power, of intelligence. And that's what we're tapping into right now. So let's breathe that in. that as we start, as we begin something anew, we can begin from a place of knowing that all of my needs are met, that all questions that I have answers, and that all resources that are necessary to carry out whatever it is in my work, in my life, are available to me. It's my responsibility to get into a relaxed state where I'm open to receive. Let's breathe that in. And allow ourselves to embody the beautiful receptivity of that love, that joy, that wisdom, that power, that peace, the abundance that is always available to us. And let's breathe that in. And let's just be in this moment, reflecting on the beginnings, good beginnings, great beginnings, powerful beginnings, with all the support and help that we need. All right, and as we begin to bring our attention back to the present, wiggle our toes, wiggle our fingers. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And when you open your eyes, you'll be more alert, feeling better than you have felt all day. So 3, coming back to the present, coming back to the now. 2, taking a deep breath in, wiggling your toes and your fingers, becoming alert. And 1, opening your eyes, feeling better than you've ever felt today. Welcome back. All right. Well, we have done it. We have completed our first episode of Sacred Work, the podcast. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Until next time, stay grounded, stay focused, and stay true to your sacred work. Love you.